Alright, sweet peas, how you doing? The reason why I'm making this video, I was actually turning on this video to start recording for another reason. And while I was listening to a accidentally taped portion of the Coast to Coast radio show that was on the other night, it was accident. I fell asleep when the radio was on, and as a result, I think that's the idiot that's 200 feet away. I think right now I honestly think he's torturing his dog, and that is no lie. I'm not just saying that because he's an idiot or because he's harassed me, because I can tell that that's the kind of yelp that comes from a dog being hurt. Okay, but anyway, so my name is Leslie Williams, and I'm in San Diego County, San Diego, California, and I'm making this video. I actually made this video not impulsively, but I thought the reason why I decided to make it was because I realized that I had some light time left. Today's date is October 28, 2013, and I actually decided to make it while I was listening to what was accidentally recorded on it appears the 27th. I don't have my glasses on right now. The 26th, it looks like. I fell asleep when the radio was on. And I want you to listen to this. Hang on one second though, because I got to rewind it just for a second.
Brainwave signals first.
Alright, now before I play this itty bitty section, just of a couple statements that this individual is making, let me give you some material that you can look up on the internet in order to be able to see that organized stalking and gang stalking targeted individuals can be subjected to this technology that he's about ready to talk to you about. And pay close attention about, I'm going to put the, once I turn it on, in fact, before I turn it on, I'm going to turn it down just a little bit. And what I'm going to do is, once I turn it on, I'm going to place the actual tape recorder speaker right by the microphone on the video camera. And what I'm doing, you might think to yourself, what is she transferring over and why? Hold on a second. Well, the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing is because of who I am, the family I come from, and what I know. Okay? And you would not believe what I know. Now, it is my duty as a human being, as a Christian, as a person who's trying to lead my life in the right way, which I basically have been literally trying to do my entire life. I'm a target of what is known as organized stalking, which can also be termed as gang stalking. Now, I'm a mature woman. I'm not like 19. I'm not saying that 19 or 20 years old aren't mature, but what I'm trying to say is that I'm middle-aged. And so I have some wisdom that has come along with my chronological years. And so if you knew what I know, if you knew the military family I come from, and so basically what I'm trying to say is that I'm trying my best to share what I know with the general public, so they can research what I state, so they can become aware of what is literally happening right underneath their nose in every community in the United States. And these expeditions are also going on in other countries as well. So the information that I'm gonna basically regurgitate to you right now, I hope and pray that you research it. And it is as follows. Go to YouTube and type in John Hall Satellite Terrorism. Look at every single one of his YouTube videos, and then Google them, because he's got some updated ones as well. Now, you can also go to Google and type in UnitedTargetedIndividualsEurope.com. Thoroughly and extensively research everything on that webpage. Extensively. Now, then go to Google and type in SurveillanceIssues.com and thoroughly and meticulously research everything on that webpage. You can also do some research in reference to the books that a Robert Duncan and a Robert Becker wrote. That's right. Then go to the... Hang on one second. Then go to the very, very bottom of Freedom from Covert Harassment and Surveillance, and look at the very, very bottom of their homepage for the 3 PDF links that are on the bottom of their homepage. Now, you might think to yourself, why is this woman telling all this stuff? Because you have somewhat, I don't know how happy your life is or how stable it is, but I'm going to guarantee you something right now. If you do what I do, if you do what I tell you to do, if you do what I describe for you, describe, if you research what I describe, sorry, I'm a little tongue-tied, you will come to understand that your neighborhood is nowhere near as safe as you thought it was. And let me just give you an example of what I'm trying to explain to you. I want you to listen to this closely. Oh, and before I turn it on, I want you to go to Google and type in. You can Amazon this or look at Barnes and Nobles for the title of this book. It's called The Invisible Crime by Mike Fitzhugh-Bell. Organized Stalking and Gang Stalking. Well, it's called Organized Stalking in his book, but Organized Stalking and Gang Stalking is the same name for the same crime. I mean, two names for the same exact crime. So, anyways, that name, Organized Stalking, is mentioned practically on every single page of his book. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is just basically play you this, and I want you to listen to how long he states that this technology has been around. 50 years. How old am I? Listen to this.
And I've had many readers ask me that. Well, we've got so much to talk about tonight. I'm going to jump around all over the place, and I will leave it up to you to kind of make it a little bit more linear, because I'm not a linear guy, really. I'm not either, so we might be in trouble. Okay, cool. Well, let's go over to this thing about the implant that can read brain signals in real time that DARPA's working on. Right. Well, let's back up a little bit and talk about brainwave signals. First of all, we know that they operate from about 0 to 20 hertz. And then they got segregated into various regions. We call it delta, theta, alpha, and beta. And each one of those regions has certain attributes that humans have, like in the alpha stage, or actually in the beta stage, we're supposedly in our waking consciousness. So that's around, anywhere from 10 to 13, 20 hertz, somewhere in there. If you're around 13 hertz, you're probably ADD. Right. So we know, it's a very limited range for brainwave, and we can measure this on an EEG. So what do we know about sensor fusion? We know that if you can bring all these things together, these disparate sensors, whether it's a CCD camera or something with a proximity sensor, whatever, and it's analogous to a human. We use our eyes and our ears and our touch and our taste and our sight or our feel. We bring this all together, and it produces a thought in our brain which is interpreted. And we can see this on an EEG. So it seems to me that what DARPA is up to is, do we have the technology to read a brain wave in real time and decode it? Probably yes. I mean, I'd say we've probably been able to do that for 50 years.
Thank you.
Easy. So we're looking at, right, that one sticks in a snap, interdiction, and they just take the person that just had the random brain flat away at that point. I mean, is that where we go? Is this like the ultimate pre-crime tool? Well, with things like the electromagnetic spectrum, if you can transmit a signal that falls into the 0 to 20 hertz brainwave region, and that signal has a higher amplitude than the one that you're generating internally, then you're going to get jammed, essentially. So that in and of itself is an area to be watching out for. So if anybody's transmitting in the extreme low frequency range where humans are thinking, there ought to be cause for concern. So I take it the tinfoil hat is not entirely a bad idea. Well, I was looking at your website to see the extent to which you looked up radiation and frequency damage and its incursion on everybody. So I think you're well aware of the extent at which it can be used. Well, now by the same token, I've heard rumors that voices can be injected into people's heads. I take it that's not that much of a No, not much of a
Now, let me just make a comment on that really fast. The second PDF link that's at the bottom of Freedom from Covert Harassment and Surveillance is called Remote Behavioral Influencing Technology. And basically what they can do is they can take anybody's voice and capture it and put it in their computers, their voice print, the sound of their voice, subvocal speech. They can then transmit for direct neural influence that targeted individual's voice into their own audio cortex. And as a result, the targeted individual believes they're having their own thought. Do you know how dangerous that is for a woman? John Hall talks about how it was done to his fiancée. She was compelled to go have a drink at a place where her drink was drugged, and then she went somewhere and she got raped. Because of these perpetrators who are using this technology for criminal aspirations. Continue to listen, please.
Do you want to do this brain implant real-time DARPA thing, and then we'll do the brain entrainment? Okay. Yes. Talk about everything, man. Well, I was reading through this article on what DARPA can do with a brain implant, and it's all well and good. You wonder why an organization like DARPA is proclaiming that they're going to work on head is they're going to carry out this command or they're not. And now you've got a wire probed right to their head so you can determine that in real time. Well, what do you do if they say they're not going to follow the order? Well, then terminate their command. Well, that's the part about it. It gets scary and you go down a few...
Alright, now I'm going to go ahead. Hang on a second. This battery is running low, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stop this video. But the reason why I'm making this video is because of what I know. Now, I'm sure since I am a target of organized stalking, I know that all my cyber activity is being monitored by the perpetrators. That's right. So as far as I'm concerned, well, I think you know what I mean. I do what I do to inform the public because this technology has been scaled down to the size of cell phones, tablets, and laptops. That's right. So your daughter, your son could be on a bus, a trolley. They could be in a restaurant, a movie theater, and these perpetrators can literally hold a tablet up while you're sitting in a movie theater behind your head and take your brain scan. Look at surveillanceissues.com. Now, I already know for a fact that this technology is being used for human trafficking, sexual servitude rings, and prostitution rings. This technology can excite anger, rage, fear, anxiety attacks, panic attacks, depression. It can compromise the mother and the father. It can literally cause a divorce between spouses. This technology is being used by some of the most criminally skanked, filthy, wild sewer rats that your mind can conceive. That's right. I do what I do for the sake of informing the public about these factual realities. The living situation I'm living in right now is a direct result of organized stalking. What kind of motivations do you think they have for me? And I'm just your average citizen. I'm literally just your average citizen. I'm not involved in any illegal or criminal activity whatsoever. I'm not a threat to myself or others, and I am not mentally, I'm just an average person. The homelessness was created for me for a reason. And I came to San Diego County on August 8, 2011. How did they know I came back here in order to have me gang stalked again here? Just like I was when I was out here between 1 and 38 days in 2006. And why won't the San Diego police take a police report? Why? That's all you gotta ask yourself. Why? Why am I being harassed along all my routes, including in businesses? Why? Is it their way to try to break you down? Put you in and keep you in a victimized mindset? I don't think so. Not with me. Good luck. Okay? So we're going to see if any incidents occur along any of my routes. They harassed me today just getting off the bus going to CBS to get some cigarettes. They used a homeless skank that was standing off of Villa La Jolla Plaza Drive right over there by the Ralphs and the CVS. They're using homeless people because they believe they can use them, call me crazy or blame me for the event, and then the homeless guy takes off or can't be found on a later date. These are the schemes of organized stalking. So if you see any homeless people standing and holding up signs in La Jolla, California on any street corner, don't believe anything they say or any type of innocent posture they have. They are involved in gang stalking because they're easily bought off and paid for and told what to do. I appreciate you listening. Have a nice day.